I'm Marshall, and I'm the old bloke in the shed. One of many, I would think. I've got a video coming up after this for you, and I hope you enjoy it. Couple of little jobs I'm hoping to do is take that drawbar off again. I'll maybe weld up those wee holes and then drill some in the arc of the drawbar, bigger ones, so you can get a pin through it. Another job, these balls, I've started welding that one up, but this one's in a bad way, but I was just going to re-weld it and grind it. So, get that. We'll get that drawbar off. Takes a minute, so I'll just bring you back in a wee while. Right, got hand and got this up here. These holes are about 16.5mm, so I'm going to drill them out to 17 just to clean them, and I'm going to weld them all up. And then we'll need to bore some bigger holes for the drawbar so it can come over here and over there. So it's just a bit of a clean up to start with. It's good. I don't think that hole's round. I'll have to bring the ram forward. We're going to clear that. Well, that falls out of the way. All I'm doing is cleaning them up. I'll do this one. don't know why there's such small holes in the first place. Unless it was like a garden tractor we were using, implement for it. This wheel I put on the ram is really handy. Okay, should be able to weld them up now. I don't think I'll weld them on the Bridgeport though, in case it mucks up the electrics or electronics. Now we'll have to reposition this that way a bit. Wondering about just running a face mill over that, clean it up. Oh, use a grinder. Okay, I'll bring you back when we're coming back here to bore these holes. Not sure exactly how we're doing that yet, because I'd like to have the drawbar on and be able to move it, so we go through the drawbar in the right place. Let's see. Alright, I'll bring you back now. We're making a new pin to replace this one. This is for the drawbar on the David Brown. This is the front pin under the gearbox. That's measuring about 1 inch or 24.5, but all the holes are measuring 26.5ish. That's 26.5 and it won't go in. So we'll make a tighter one. All the bolts were worn out as well. I've replaced them. Just old age and rust, I suppose. So I need to get it indicated. I already turned that end and that end, but that end's not very good, so we're going to indicate on that end. Then I can put in a centering. So I'll get that done and bring you back in a bit. I've got it dialed in within about 3 thou, so for what we're doing that's plenty. I'll put you on time lapse because we'll just be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth till we get it down to that, which is too big. Take that down a little, and then we'll have to cut in these bits. This is a reversible bar by the look of it, because it only uses this at one end, so I might just do it at the one end. Yeah, it's only at one end, that's just a worn out end, like everything else in the David Brown. unusually it hasn't got a taper all the way down, so we'll need to put this bit in. There's a plate sits on there. I think it's bolted in, stops the thing falling out. And it is, seeing it's 24 millimeters. I think this is 26.3 roughly. 26.2. I think the hole's 0.6. It's going to be a tight fit, but that's what you want. Right, so I'll reconfigure it to do that, but we can actually do it at that end. Might be steadier at this end. Yeah. Can actually make it a bit longer, it won't really matter. It's quite hot this, so once it cools down it'll that might not work though, because we'll be too near the chuck. We'll have to do it the other way. Okay. See what we can do with that. Bit to go. Doesn't seem to like the machine in there. Could be the insert, I suppose. Oh no, we're going right down to 18. Oh, a lot to come off of there yet. I had to play about with different inserts to get it to work quite well, so that's a D diamond. Just to tidy up the far side and over there. Just going to get a bit of sandpaper and let it run in a bit of sandpaper. I think we're on our size. This is bigger as well, but that's the part it goes into and it's sitting on the full size. The thing is the bolt might be too high. We'll see. You know, do something with it. It's only a couple of mil. Right, I'll get that, rub some sandpaper on that, and then we'll get it cut. I think that's us. I've put a bit of a taper on here. It's longer than the old one, so it'll go in easier. I'll just cut it with angle grinder. I've taken down to 25 mil, which is slightly smaller than the hole. It's about a mil smaller, but it's bigger than the original, so I'll go and pop it in. That's the new drawbar pin made, and it's a good fit. Slightly, the holes in the actual drawbar are a bit more worn, but it's a good tight fit in there. So we just need to get the drawbar back in now. It's fun to put in. I don't know how they managed to break absolutely everything in this tractor. It must have just been run into the ground till it wouldn't move anymore, basically. So just everything was broken. Even the PTO shafts are bent, and that's a job I'll have to do soon. So they're a bit worn, but if I get them round again, I'll be happy enough. For all I use them for. Save cutting and welding on ends. I've been welding up this ball ends on the David Brown here. I got new rods today, and I think I've got my voltage just about right because it's looking pretty good. So I'm going to use a face mill in the Bridgeport, I think, just to put a flat on it. I might have a tidy up a grinder first, just the odd wee bits there. I've made up a fixture to machine this ball end. I've got it in the Vertex chuck and spacer, I think you call them. And I've got that clamped into the vise just to stop it rattling, really. So we'll see what this does. That's it, more or less finished. So I started with something like this, wasn't quite as bad as that one. And it's good fun to freehand X and Y directions. Yeah. I mean, a stepper motor just on a CNC does it without you noticing, but I did that by hand. So that's a lot better than it was. So might get this one done tomorrow. This one's worse than that one. Should look like that. Looks like that. How the heck did they go? They must have been hitting these with big hammers or something to get them this bad. Anyway, that's that little job done. Round 2, like I say, we'll get this one done tomorrow maybe. Doing a repair on this link arm ball. We'll do this one next. This one's quite a bad way. Just going to tidy this one. Oh. Right, just going to tidy this one up. I did it all freehand, then I remembered it sitting on the rotary table. Just got a tight pin into the bottom of it. think we're just about round. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger than the original, but it'll be okay. Now that seems to have done the trick. Some of these carbide javelins, as I like to call them. We shall go and weld up the other one and then machine it. I'll fit this back in the tractor first, I think. I've got a clamp and a bit of metal under it just to hold it up and a way to weld it up. I'll give it a clean with a wire brush. So, a bit of welding. This actually take quite a bit of welding to build it up.
Warning: flashing bright lights from welding. People with photosensitivity to light may be affected. Advertencia de luces brillantes intermitentes de soldadura. Personas con fotosensibilidad a la luz puede verse afectada.
Aviso de luzes brilhantes de soldagem. Pessoas com fotossensibilidade à luz pode ser afetada.
Some bright lights for a bit. One round. Just hit that up with the grinder. Right, we'll build up some of the low spots. Like there. side as well. I'm deliberately lifting the rod up and down, up and down, up and down, just to try and give it a chance to cool in between so it doesn't go completely molten. Seems to make quite a nice weld though. Right, come round from about there round to there, and we'll have to move the ball about to get it to weld where we want it. Let that cool a little bit and we'll hit it with a wire brush. I need to move things around a bit. Still move. Leave that all sit there till we get some weld on it. Holding in a lot of heat now. You may be asking why I didn't just buy the weld-on new ends. Says, well, if you can repair it, what's the point buying something new? Although there would be a point where you would have to buy something new. The internals will be worn as well. Excuse me. Looks like we're getting there though. That might actually be enough for that one bit. So we come from about there, round there. Shouldn't be bad. Turn a bit. If you were going to be using the hydraulic arms a lot, you could buy those weld-on ends, but the only thing this gets used for is a forklift, and that's not very often. So they're actually not that expensive. There's a pair here for $23.95, including that, and then there'd be postage on top of that, so under 30 quid for the two. Right, let's try and fill up this gap here. Might need to do a bit of grinding first. help us. Just keep an eye on the GoPro battery. That flap disc sanders make the metal nice and smooth, unlike a grinding wheel. Just a bit of weld splatter there, I'll have to grind up the road. My bad legs are way to give up on me, I think. Might have to sit down for a while. We'll give that a clean up and see how it's looking. Chip block. Oh. I think we might be there welding wise. Right, let's have a look at that. You might build it up round here. Quick clean and then we'll weld that bit up and then we'll have to machine it. Hopefully that'll do it. Yeah, that's looking better. Okay, we'll get it set up in the Bridgeport now and machine it. Right, we'll get it machined. 2 operations. Run round the inside with the end mill and then I'll swap to a face mill to do the top. So here goes. Pull it around twice. It's about 1000 RPM. Just clear out some of these chips, I think. Yeah, it's looking not bad. Right, that's the inside done. A wee bit savage in some places. I'll change over to face mill and I'll bring you back. Right, we've got the face mill set up. Let's see if we can flatten this out. To move you. Put in 50,000. Another 50,000. Yep. 25. A little bit more. Just a little bit there that's not cut, but I don't want to take it down anymore. I think I'll settle for that. If it annoys me, I can always weld it up and remachine it. But pretty good. So there's just that little one bit. So I can probably take that out with the flapper disc. That's what I'll do. Let's put a lip on here. Run around there with the Noga. That'll sort that. That's both the lift arms back on the tractor, and I'll put my springs back in, my big springs. They're off a garage door. There are proper things for there, but they're £96 each. I had them. Only cost me a couple of big bolts. That's that one, like I say, and I finished off that side as well. So that's a little job done, just tidied that up really. 30mm hole through the middle, I think it's called category 1. So, and I've been measuring the width for the forklift between the two of them. Just get a shot there. Yeah, it's 30 inches, and we're out about, well, we're more than that at the moment, but it does come in. Where I had the check chains originally, it wouldn't go wide enough for the log splitter, which is measuring at 850. I know imperial and metric, never mind. And I've also noticed the check chains. If you look at the first metal brackets, somebody's made new metal brackets for the right hand side there at some point. Mind you, the box, wait, I'll show you the box. I don't know if you can see how worn that is. That should be threaded all the way up, look. Ah, they must have been in there since new, I think, but they were well worn. They were all the same. I had some job getting them out actually. So it's all new bolts that's in as well. 8.8. So a little job done. What's next? That big motor sitting there, I'm going to use that for extra weight in the front, because this tractor can pick up more than the weights can hold the front down, so make an adapter so we can bolt that on. It's the original motor off the Edgewick lathe, but it was gone before I got it, and it's been underwater a couple of times now, so I might try and get the pulley off it for fun, but we'll make up some kind of thing to hold it on the front. I'm getting another thing out my road. There is 4 tractor weights there, but it's not quite enough if I need to pick up a pallet of slabs, which is about 1.5 tons, which the tractor can do. So that's the original motor off of the Edgewick lathe. It was shot before it even came here, so it doesn't work, and it's been underwater a couple of times now. But it's really heavy, so it's now a front weight for the tractor. It's just bolt on, bolt off, so it's not a big deal to take it off if I don't need it. I'll save my trip in a minute.